Welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. Mr. Monster Man Rocco. I'm your host, tour guide, president, and king round here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, mobster, damn floor. With you. Only if you don't follow the rules. Other than that, we good. The rules are you gotta like, comment, hype. That's the new thing I've been hearing about. Subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, then leave us a super thanks or a super chat, depending on when you're watching it. If you're watching it while we live, you know what I'm saying? Or Cash App. I mean, Cash Apps is actually preferred, but y'all do y'all. Cash App tag is going to be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. You know, some people feel that way. Some of y'all, respect to all those who love to hear me do both. Some of y'all be in the comments complaining. I guess when y'all do that is when I say something that hurts y'all feelings. My opinion is different from yours. Because why would you click on the video, see the title is about some stuff going on, some current events, and then complain that I'm not rapping? Don't make sense. But anyway, salute to all of the early birds. What it look like, early bird citizens and tourists. But yeah, the Bandcamp link, that's where all of the mixtapes are. It's from Nonviolent Rocco, which is actually a compilation of all of the songs that I don't slap, clap, or jack nobody on. And all the way back to Shell Shock, a song where I do a whole lot of slapping and clapping and jacking. Anyway. Also, there's a merch link there, the thisismonstanation.com link. That's where you got hats and shirts and sweaters and all of that. You can, you can support the movement that way. All right. When you're writing on the walls, aka leaving comments, spell things correctly. Well, you can spell things how you want to spell them. Most things, spell them phonetically. I write phonetically too. But the names of our dignitaries, I'm gonna need you to get to. We need you to get those correct. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. A and a H, no E and a R. It's Monster, not Monster. It's an A, no E and a R. It's ROCK. Don't leave off my K, please. The K is 1,000. I need all my thousands. You know what I mean? Leave my hats alone. That's just a small smidget of my hats. So salute to you though. I love beer. 934. What was I talking about? The merch, the spelling. Yeah. It's BCC, not BBC. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, pause practitioners. We are pause practitioners. We practice it. We're serious about it. Professional pause practitioners. You know what I mean? So why do you hate fun so much? Stop complaining. You grown. You ain't got you got it on your mind. No, I didn't have that on mine. I'm just, anyway. I say it to heterosexual slip-ups too, just so you know. Like, it could be my sister who say something, pause, and you might be like, that don't deserve it to submit. That's my sister. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Even my daughter's mother, like, we're not together. You know what I mean? She say something that's pausey, we pause. And we both get a chuckle out of it. Nobody's offended. Why are you so mad? Anyway. Nigga said more caps than Fat Joe. Leave Fat Joe out of this. Listen. So what's rocking with I wasn't sure what I was gonna come holler about today. But what should we talk about first? Let's talk about the T.I. situation that has gotten way out of hand. Now, when T.I. and 50 Cent first started shooting back and forth with each other, and one of my first vlogs on this topic, I was like, this looks like it might get out of hand or something. This is escalating quickly. I didn't like where it was going. I don't remember what I titled the video, But I know that I saw something about this that I didn't like. You know, a lot of the trolling that goes on, you know, like you understand, I originally ain't like none of it. I've grown to accept a lot of it because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You could deal with life the way it is, or you could deal with life the way it should be. And you know, if you deal with it the way it is, then you save yourself a lot of grief. Let's just say that. So okay, I see how dudes do it. I recognize that a lot of the trolling ain't going to lead to no real violence. You know, I recognize that I'm kind of, you know, I'm like maybe it's me. I'm out of touch with the new methods of marketing and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know, I'm not out of touch with how shit go in the real world. So that's what, you know, that's what causes my concerns. But you know, a lot of the back and forth trollery has led to nothing. You know, dudes get photo ops together, they do business together, yeah, whatever. But this one felt a little bit different, and it's kind of because nobody who claims a real no nigga who claims a real connection to the streets likes to have the term snitch attached to his name. And that's where 50 went immediately when when all of this stuff started. You know, when because I heard that didn't we hear that T.I. wanted to battle 50 in the verses a long time ago? Or at least some time ago. Did we hear that? I don't know, but soon as whatever resurfaced and you know, 50 went straight, he played the snitch card. You know what I mean? And from that, like I said, I don't care how friendly or whatever they may have been, or how friendly Ti thought they was. Because I remember Ti saying something a while back, but like me and 50 have an interesting me and 50 have an interesting relationship. He trolls me, I troll. And the way he broke it down, it was like, okay, you know, they both know they could take a joke. You know what I'm saying? We've seen 50 troll his friends as well. You know what I'm saying? But when the snitch word came out, I was like, "Oh nah, this ain't going to end well," and it just kept escalating. So now, what was it? I guess Ti was on $1 million worth of game, and he was talking about how him and Fifth, I believe it was million. I think I heard some audio. It wasn't a video. I didn't see the visual. Sounded like Gilly and him in the background talking to him, but if not, I apologize. Um, Yeah, but he was saying that him and 50 talked about it personally already. It's like me and 50 talked about this before. You know what I'm saying? I told, you know, we could do this. We could do a little versus jump off. He's like, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you jump out afterwards, blah 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 blah. And it was like he did that, and Fifth just got different after that. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, right? If that is true, I could understand why Ti would feel some type of way. But if that is true, then I think that it's way deeper. Like there's a missing piece to this story, or maybe it's something that maybe the piece ain't missing. Maybe it is truly the snitch thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because listen, a lot of these people in these industry, they smile at each other. I'm not saying this to hate on nobody, but you know, sometimes you have to coexist with some of these people. You know what I'm saying? Depending, you're gonna have to coexist with the people on your level. You know what I'm saying? You know, I might not have to coexist with 50 Cent and Jay-Z and them niggas, but underground rappers, we run into each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I might, you know, I might like some of them, I might not like some of them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, trust and believe there's somebody out there who asked me to get on a song, and I might have been like, yeah, no doubt, but I'm not all that enthused. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all that enthused. They gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. You gotta pay. Because I don't feel, you know, like you ain't my friend. And, you know, it's only gain for you. What do I gain out of this situation? You understand what I'm saying? You be like, you know, listen to the track. You might like the track, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I still gain nothing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if, I mean, if you're a rapper that's on my level, let's say then yes, we get to swap fan bases or whatever. We get to, that's cool. I'm not, but I interact with dudes on lower levels than me and respect to them, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is these dudes may up there on that level, they may have to coexist with each other. They may have conversations with each other, and niggas will laugh it up, you know what I'm saying, dap it up and all of that. And as soon as they walk away from each other, be like, man, I'm not rocking with that old snitch ass, blah 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 blah. As a matter of fact, I can remember a long time ago, 50 Cent saying things like, yo, he got caught with this many firearms and got this much time. You tell me what that is. It just popped into my head. That happened a while, some time ago. So maybe he was just holding. He's just always been holding on to that, and it's like, all right, we see each other, and we're smiling, we're joking, all that, but now you asking me to do a, you want to do the feature with me and all that. Big, you gotten too far. It could be that kind of energy. We ain't cool like that. I don't know, or maybe it's something else. A lot of people make comments or whatever on the moves 50 make, and they display that, they state their opinion. Everybody's not, like with the Let's Rap About It dudes, like the Jim Jones situation, which we'll get into in a second, right? What did 50 Cent say about the Diddy documentary? I mean, not 50 Cent, excuse me. What did T.I. say about the Diddy documentary? What's his take on that? Does anybody know? Can anybody think of or remember or find, I can't go on none of the AI jump offs while I'm on the phone right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it on this phone. I mean, I got it on the phone I'm talking to. So it's like, if you can if you can pick up, well, you probably watching me on the phone. If you're watching me on the computer, pick up your phone and ask and see, ask Chat GPT or one of them niggas if they could find you what Ti's opinion on the Diddy documentary, because that's what got, you know what I'm saying, that's what resparked. I mean, yes, 50 was already beefing with Jim Jones, but the the other members of the Let's Rap About It podcast, he ain't had no smoke with them. You know what I'm saying? But he just fired on all of them just because they spoke negatively about them. You know what I mean? So it could be something like that. It could be something like that with T.I. Who knows? But I feel like it's a missing piece, because even though 50 is a hella troll, and, you know, people might feel like he be bullying this, that, and the third, most of the situations that I find him in going back and forth with somebody, I can find the starting point. And a lot of times the starting point is them saying something speaking about him negatively. You know what I mean? So there is no information available regarding T.I.'s specific opinion on the Diddy documentary. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nutcracker. Nutcracker Mooning. Thank you. Um, so whatever the case may be, I feel like there's something missing, right? Because, all T.I. did was say, he's like, yo, he's like, we already planned this, blah, 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 blah. So I guess that, that Brownsville in the building, I guess that makes 50 look like a liar. And 50's like, whatever, I'm not about to address that. But he goes and posts the most unflattering picture of T.I.'s wife that anybody could probably find. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a very unflattering flick. You know what I mean? You see, even in the thumbnail, I cropped out some of the unflatteringness. You know what I mean? Because I'm not, that's not how I'm on it. But yes, he mentioned her, and this is what got the son, King, spazzing. T.I. named his son King, so did Puffy. Did Puffy name his son King? No, no, he named his son Christian. Christian named himself King, right? Anyway, somebody said, let's go Knicks. Are we winning? They playing right now. They better beat the Bulls, because the Bulls ain't no good team, B. And niggas ain't supposed to be struggling with the bottom of the barrel. How I ain't been watching. How is the Bulls in real life this year? Yeah, but King is crashing all the way the fuck out. Excuse me, YouTube. And I mean, we all. I mean, a lot of us. I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I did, but I know as a culture we like to make fun of King. But I can't blame him. Can you blame King for crashing out? That's his mom's. B. That's his mom's. Joyce. That's his mom's. Yes, he said dig up your deceased mom, Dukesis, and all of that. And yes, that's foul. But I'm saying that's his mom's. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown man. You beefing with my pops, and then I'm growing up. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be the man of my house or the man in my own reality. I can't. I got some notoriety. Niggas is all in my inbox talking about how you diss my mom's, this, that, and the third. He gotta say something. I hope 50 give him a pass of sorts. I hope. Because he only doing what he supposed to do as a son. You know what I'm saying? But I know 50 posted that unflattering ass picture of her and the sense, and I believe the caption was, I told you to keep my name out your mouth or something like that, right? I want to go on record and saying this. I said this before. I'm gonna do a whole separate vlog on this again. I did one on it. It was one of my random rockos, but I don't think I delivered my message clearly. I'm gonna do it again. But we need to do away with that. What is that? We need to do away with that statement, that phrase, that Negro spiritual, keep my name out your mouth. Let's stop saying it. Say don't talk about me. Say don't mention me. When you say keep my name out your mouth, it turns everything inflammatory after that. Say leave me out of it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Don't mention me. That's y'all shit. All of those things mean the same thing. But when you say keep my name out your mouth, them is damn near fighting words. Because now I'm about to say something. Anyway. So yeah, I can't, bottom line, I hope, you know, you know, I would like it if Fifth was to get a little homie a pass or whatever. Said 50 is about to go in on that poor boy. I mean, there's levels to it. Like I feel like when he was killing Lil Meech, I feel like it's different from the way he was going at Big Meech. But then maybe I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, write it on the wall. You probably right. But I hope you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't really blame the little homie and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think if Fifth was in the same situation, he wouldn't blame. He would do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as his smoke with Jim Jones, that whole eviction, that whole eviction letter situation and all that, I forgot. But I have a little bit of knowledge in that area. You know what I'm saying? And landlords can't. It's not that easy to evict It's not that easy to evict somebody in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's a long process, and if you got a tenant that's hard headed, which it seems like Jimmy is, it's gonna take a while. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely gonna take a while. Like I know people who made a hustle out of that shit. Who burnt the law, whatever the loophole in the law is, whatever, they milked that situation like cow udders, like real talk. So I'm guessing that you know, also I seen or heard some footage from the Joe Budden podcast where Ish was saying he knows somebody who's close to the situation, and He was like, the landlord over there is a bum. You know what I'm saying? He be doing, I guess, he's not that, whatever the case is, he's not all the way right and exact. And 50 Cent, basically, you know, from my own estimation, somebody like that is fair game like that's prime real estate for 50 Cent. This nigga shiesty and shady or whatever. 50 Cent could probably throw him a bag bigger than he used to, you know what I'm saying? Shady niggas is shady niggas. They take a bag, whatever. But as far as the eviction notice, I looked at the eviction situation, Um, I'm not no professional on that, look official and all of that. But what I do know, is that these situations are able to drag themselves out for a very long time. Very long time. Yeah. So Jim Jones definitely, if what makes sense is that even if there is an eviction notice, like even if like if that is an official eviction notice, Jim ain't got to go nowhere just yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's that. That's why he's able to pull up. Like they said, there was a situation. After he was kicking, he was mule kicking all of the doors. They said the police showed up, this, that, and the third, and they kind of sided with Jim. This is what Ish was saying. They sided with Jim. They took the landlord off the premises. Brownsville in the building. Salute to the villains. Yeah, took him off the premise, escorted him off the premises, and I believe made him let him in the spot, open the doors, unlock the doors or whatever, because you're not allowed to change the locks. You're not allowed to do that. It's a whole process you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? But 50 is like, yo, if I give you $10,000 times 10 for you to just, whatever fine they going to give you for if there's a fine involved for you, you know what I'm saying? I'll just double that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fine. Who knows? You'd be surprised. But anyway, I've been here too long. Um, Salute to all parties involved. I wish none of them any harm. 50, please get a little nigga pass. Stole him out, Debo. Um, Jim Jones, 50. Somebody said Jim should just relocate. He's stubborn. He ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no beef with my landlord, and like I hate moving. Like just to move all your stuff. Nah, B. I be trying to leave my stuff and just get all new stuff. But anyway, made it to the end of this video. Let me get 4 peace signs. Yeah. Rock on rock. Gone.